All right. Hey, everybody. It's Jason Blaha here, just sitting here drinking my morning coffee, looking sexy as hell as usual. I haven't done one of these in a few days. I don't know how many coffee chats I'm really going to do. We'll see. We'll see. Haven't decided yet. But we got a like already rolling in. That's good. I got a like before I have any viewers. There we go. Now the viewers are popping on. All right, everybody. Let's get your questions here. And let me get it now so I don't hit this glass tabletop with my thing. All right. I have a glass desk. I've had it for years and years. I remember how I ended up with this. With the glass desk. There we go. Likes are at least equaling the views so far. See what sort of questions you lovely people have for me this morning. All right. See what we have. I'm not banning anymore. I think I'm just putting people in timeout. All right. That way the trolls will keep trying every day. Trying to remove the ban list again. Trying to find that good middle ground. I like the engagements, but we got to keep the stock and stuff out. All right. Speaking of which, man, there's a whole lot I could say about some of that with the OnlyFans. Also follow me on the OnlyFans. How much do you charge for a single hour doing form? It's $100, Spencer. So my consultation calls are $100 an hour. I probably average 3 to 5 of those every month, just in an average month. Last month was actually really good for those. I think I had like 5 hours of those people, non-clients. We can cover whatever you need. So when people do those calls, Spencer, I have done everything from breakdown, help them put a workout together. I've done form coaching. I've discussed people's binge eating problems. I've helped people with just their general training plan. Extreme gear talk. So I do a lot of gear talk. I'm gonna say approximately in the last year, maybe a third of those have been straight up, I need help with my gear use. Like, can you look at my blood work? Can you help me map out my cycles? Been a lot of those, a lot. But yeah, form coaching, I don't get as many, but I definitely do those. So it's a standard thing for me. It's been a normal part of my business for years. I used to charge 75, but I realized I could charge 100 and I get just as many people doing them. It didn't change the number of people. So especially when I'm not getting coaching slots, like I haven't been getting as many people applying for coaching in this economy. A lot of people want those consultation calls because $100. And occasionally I had one person who got in one and didn't discuss anything fitness. He just wanted to, he said he wanted to do fitness, but he just wanted to talk for an hour with his favorite YouTuber. So it was really funny. So I just brought out with him. It was cool. I left him on the friends list. He ended up hiring me later to do some consultation and diet stuff. This is funny. What's on the agenda today? We're going to squat and deadlift this morning is what we're going to do. And bust out some chains, bust out the box squat. Right? Gonna basically, like I said in the last step, we're gonna incorporate. Right? We're gonna incorporate more of the conjugate stuff. So I'm basically gonna mix all those old conjugate methods I used to use. We're gonna mix it with the power building that I've been doing. So let's get stronger and more powerful as I continue to improve the physique. No, I like the cock diesel for now. The issue, Atomic today, I don't know that I'm going to do one that often. I just felt like today, I didn't want to record any videos. Normally I've been taking this time to just make a video to kick out into my feed or into my rotation. I don't feel like sitting down and making a video. I have other stuff I want to get done later today. I got stuff on the agenda. My issues are squat. I'm reviewing your box squat videos. Can't seem to get it right. Didn't you have a client who had a herniated disc but still wanted to squat 500? Yep, yes, I did. No, he deadlifted 500. He only squatted in the low 400s. I never got him past about 425. Why'd you go back? Because Tom, honestly, 6 days of lifting is just too much. I'm just finding it was too much for me. And I really need the weekends free for certain things and to work on top of that. Hey Jason, all right, yeah, we already covered that one. Are you going to make a video on low bladder? What do I need to make a video specifically for on low bladder? Did he do something new this week? Why do you remove all your body hair? Because number one, it shows the muscle better. Two, it is super hot in Texas. It's super hot here, and it's just so much more comfortable not wearing a rug. Here's a good example. No, I'm not carved up. I cut my carbs back out yesterday. So I've had like 40 grams of carbs yesterday. Carbs don't necessarily make me more vascular. Actually, a low carb diet does really well too. But I appreciate the compliment. As it gets warmer, the veins will be popping out everywhere again. What's confusing is there's so many different squat techniques, rip a toe, winning Olympic. Well, because those are different exercises, really. Depends on what you're trying to do. Olympic squatting is not the same as power squatting. Look, you just look at, dude, I've been out of bed about 10 minutes. I've been laying there about 20 minutes though on my phone. But this is my first cup of coffee. We got up. Would you only recommend 6 days a week for advanced lifters for a short period of time? It's going to be for very specific people, Tom. I'm going to go on a limb and say 95% of lifters should probably never do a 6 day week lifting. Well, as a hairy guy from all the tests running through his, well, yeah, my test was really high when I was younger. I got it tested once, near the upper end of the spectrum. All right. You look like you, yeah. Thoughts on women competing in this sport? I don't think, I tend to agree. I'm not going to get into that political and social argument. Could you guys, hey, 19 and 21 of you, there's a bunch of you commenting. Could you guys please click that like button for Daddy? That's what I'm going to start calling. It's going to be, I'm getting old with a gray beard. I'm going to be like, it's just going to be Daddy. There we go. Click that like button for Daddy. All right, there we go. So you said, yes, sir. Clicked it. Click that button a few more times, y'all. Come on. Give me some love there. I've never was sort of, when you're laying in bed that morning, dude, a million things. My brain's going a million miles an hour. You know, thinking about work, thinking about making that money, thinking about what I'm doing in my training, because I'm also checking all my social media, all my messages, all my client stuff. Any lovely ladies I'm chatting with, all that stuff has to be sorted. Keep in mind, guys, I've got to check clients. I got to check both Facebooks. I got to check Instagram. I have to check YouTube. I have to check OnlyFans. I have to check all that stuff first thing in the morning. What's on your workout? Squats and deadlifts. It's going to be box squats and deadlifts. We're going to be probably busting out some chains today. Do any of your clients, Gordon, if any of them do, if they have this sort of setup? What's your thoughts on sauna? A sauna is a decent recovery tool. Spencer, you mean the heart? What heart? No, I mean just the likes, but it works. I got a bunch of likes just now. Hey, James, I know what you're talking about. Could you send on either Instagram or Facebook where I can get DMs? Unless you're on my OnlyFans and you can send it there. I don't think you're on there, James. I'm just kidding. Maybe competing in men's sports, only the other way around. I mean, that would be technically if they wanted to, but it wouldn't go well. What is your coaching and service? I'm putting on a few months, getting more, but I'll have a good 300 a month. Gordon, it includes whatever you need. So the coaching by default is all your training, straight up. Like I cover all your training, all your programming, but it includes whatever you need. Some people need diet accountability. Some people need me to tell them how many calories to eat. Some people need help on binge eating. Some people need help with their anabolic stack. So I don't charge more for any of that. Some people need help with their powerlifting contest prep. You get up to 1 hour video call a month. Most people don't use the video call. Let's say a third of my clients use it at any given time. And basically just your own personal Q&A for coach. No, just make it. I have plenty of people who've been on for years who made a Facebook purely for the messenger to message me. They don't have a profile picture. You just have to have the messenger account. Oh, you're right. I got them mixed up. A typical work day. How much time do you get for leisure right now? Not that much, unless sleeping. I've got trying to do a lot of different things, man. I get maybe a couple hours to chill, play the guitar. So any other leisure beyond a lot of that or personal time with anyone I want to spend time with, that has to be planned. Do you have clients from all over the world? No, I don't always. When I'm sleeping, I'm not going to respond to them. But I'm in Messenger all day because I have clients all over the world. So I literally am in Messenger all day long. They pop up and I answer clients in the middle of my live sometimes. Yeah, James. So the thing is, you don't have to be on Facebook. You could just have the Messenger account and not even ever check Facebook. It works fine. The main thing is that you have the app for communication. Are you doing a competitive powerlifting coach? No, not necessarily. That would have to be one. I'll be straight on that when the mortgages started. Cool, man. Gotcha, coach. What's up, Jose? Hey, coach, but I'm straight, but I want to support. Should I still subscribe to OnlyFans? Yeah, there's no nudes on the open OnlyFans. Well, nothing's shown. There's nudes, but they're tasteful. Like my stuff's covered. Are you still accepting? Yeah, I still take Bitcoin. I have a client who pays Bitcoin right now. I've got 200 in consultations on Bitcoin last month, actually. It's fine, I take it. Arsenio's right. You could just send super chats to your Atomic. 100% need the coaching as I want to improve my own business. I'm a PT. Occasionally, some of my coaching clients send me a form check for one of their clients. In person seems way easier for me. Bitcoin is just a scam. Yorkie, how's it a scam? It puts money directly in my bank account. So let me explain how this works. I was paid last month a total of $425 in Bitcoin. By the time I rolled it into my bank account, I got $435. So the people who sent me money on Bitcoin total for the month $425, but it put $435 into my actual bank account in the direct deposit. So how is that a scam? Could you explain that to me? The money went into my bank account. And it's a good way for my international clients to transfer money to me. It's technically sometimes cheaper than PayPal for everybody. Review it. Yeah, to be fair, I had, when I opened up the online coaching, I had 100,000 followers already in that silver play. When I opened it to the public, beyond just doing one or two people. Because I was coaching a couple people, but I didn't open it officially up as, hey, this is a full-time service. What would be a good use case for heavy standing presses? They can be fine for BJJ, actually. It's a standing exercise that transfers to a lot of combat sports. It's a good upper body back upper rotation form of natural. Okay. Some crypto is scammy, but Bitcoin is well established. Good case form. Exactly. No, Gordon, I'm not going to do traditional speed work. That's the one thing I don't feel like I need right now. I feel like the bands and chains alone will give me what I want for that. Plus, especially doing stuff like box squats. I had this in the first area. Yeah, I would say. So So I'm not going to be doing still traditional conjugate. I'm just going to be using a lot of the methods of it. Yeah. Yeah. Plus, I want double exposures to fairly heavy work on my big three. But I need the chains and other stuff to avoid overuse. That's what gets me as I get older. I can't come in and just hammer classic lifts. Like I can't come in and just flat bench heavy with a wide grip twice a week. Like that just destroys me. You know, I've been following your lighter percentages for 5x5 you used to run with. It definitely made a difference for jiu-jitsu, especially the speed box. Yeah, that'll do it. I'm doing 275 kilograms of reverse hyperplane, 12 405 deadlift. You're swinging a lot then. Hey, Rufio, I don't know that we have an exact measure of athleticism as something that we can quantify as a hard number. I just don't think that we can. I mean, we could look at a number of things, you know, jumping ability, you know, sprint times, agility tests, right? Yeah, you're going to need to go a lot stricter because there's no way if you were doing that remotely strict and you're a sub 600 puller, it's a problem. In fact, even cheating, I'm surprised you're not pulling well over 5. No, I don't know any good place to get chains in England. They were all super overpriced there. Like it's hard to find anything in England. Like when I lived there, but it's been so long that the world could be different. You could probably just order everything online now. It was hard to find anything you were looking for specialty in that country when I lived there. Is it a waste of time? No, but it's not going to be very efficient. I ended up buying all my chains off Amazon here in the US, and I used to link the kits, but I don't even know if they still exist. So I combined 3 different kits together that I bought from the same company. They were reasonably well priced, and I have 200 pounds of chains now. I don't know how much gear strap one uses. Yeah, our 5-year plan after we've moved is to save money, move to Texas, and become a PT out there. The thing is, you got to have grounds for a visa, though. Right? It's not always that simple, unless you're planning on meeting an American woman. I was in the UK about 3 years. About 3 years, bros. What's the strap-on nickname from? Because he used to strap up for everything. He used to wear straps for those above the knee rack pulls. He used to wear straps for his rows. He wore straps for all these weird Jefferson deadlifts. He wore straps for everything. And then he did all this stuff. And then when he tried to do a normal deadlift, he couldn't even deadlift 500 pounds without straps. Like a normal conventional pull after all that stuff. Marcinio, I haven't tested the mobility, but even this morning when I woke up and moved, a bunch of stuff like popped and crackled and made these really loud pops and stuff fell into place. So it's going to take a bit. What are other ways you can get a visa? I don't know. Hey, Gordon, I literally have no idea, dude. You're going to have to Google that. The only way, I only know personally of 2 ways to get a visa in America, and I have no experience doing it. Either you marry an American citizen or a company hires you that needs you for a work visa. That's the only 2 ways I know of. There could be 7 or 8 others. How's the single life? It's okay. How do you think I developed tennis elbows using straps for pulling? Do you think it's another movement? I don't know. Rob Bohr, I'm not sure. I don't know what else going on with your stuff. Why are you pulling with straps though? Hey Rob, do you not want your forearms to look like this? This is from pulling without straps. is how I built these forearms. And I don't have good forearm genetics. You guys saw my little skinny forearms before, previously. Okay, let me be clear. I do not have good forearm genetics. Almost all of my forearm development has come from doing tons and tons and tons of pulling without straps. I mean, William, yes, technically, it's officially 3 open. Meaning when I put how many slots I have open, it doesn't mean I wouldn't take more. It doesn't mean I'm going to get a single one this week. It means that I would take up to 3 in the same week. Like I wouldn't turn them down if three quality people applied. Is what the 3 slots means. I've only ever had maybe 3 months in the entire time where I wasn't taking any clients, where I refused. That makes sense. I had a 3-month window where I refused to take on new clients because I just had too many at that point. You got good calves, so you would have good forearms. That's not how it works, Matt. Those are completely different muscles. Pull-ups and farmers walks are great. Yeah, those are pretty good. I mess with some of them, but I feel like they're a waste of time. No, I haven't done a video on her Soviet yet. Pretty much open neo-Nazi. And no, I don't mean the everyone I hate is a Nazi. I mean the guy literally puts Nazi occult symbolism all over his stuff, including his weight belt. So, like literal, not, oh, I think he's a racist. No, I mean literal true believer in the Nazi religion. All right. I'm considering the type of conjugate you're doing. Bed squat, press pull legs, type for PJJ is 4 total exercises a day. Okay. You could probably get away with it. Marker is lifting. Marky, you need both. If you want my honest opinion, you should be doing some heavy and moderate work. Kogu was such a good time. It was decent for me, actually. It was during that time where I had some of the, right after, where it really blew up. Having a hard time training, you need to sort that. You need to do some high rep band press downs, figure out what's going on. Yeah. Everyone has their best body parts, usually their strongest. Yeah, so her Soviets. And yeah, people are not grasping that. I'm not saying that as in the line, everyone I don't like is a racist. Not because someone is a racist that they're a Nazi. Does that make sense? Like, that's not the same thing. Not everyone who drops the N word 57 times a day is a Nazi. Nazi is a specific belief system, and her Soviet is definitely 100% a true believer in that religion. It's a religion. If a novice is scared of gaining weight due to continuous overbulking, what would you recommend? Hey, Marky, we've discussed this already. Mark, how many times are you going to ask me the same questions? My answers are not going to change. I'm not even going to entertain it anymore. I'm not being a dick, but I've answered this question so many times for you under the 2 different names you use that I'm not doing it again. You got a gnarly home gym. What's it worth? Worth, or what did I pay? I mean, that stuff devalues, I'm sure. A lot, Rubio. It's probably the net cost because people aren't adding up all the calibrated plates and bars and everything. It's probably double whatever you think it is. Would you say your goals are currently more strength over aesthetics right now? No, I have an even balance. So Gordon, that's why I'm incorporating the conjugate. It was strength entirely for a long time. Then I switched over to a while to aesthetics as a primary, strength as a secondary. Now I want an even balance. Now that things have balanced back out. Make sense? Now I actually literally have a 50-50 split in terms of the goals. Big forearms, traps, and glutes. Looking awesome. Thank you. Mark, slow bulk, no more than 1 pound a month at the end. Hey, Yorkie, he already knows that. I've told Mark Rippey that so many times, and he's not going to listen. So there's no point in it. Should he continue training for mainly aesthetics to help with it? I don't think that it will help any further. Keep in mind, Rufio, You're confusing bodybuilding standards with what people find sexy. They are not the same thing. Rufio. That makes sense? Don't confuse those two things, because there's definitely a point in the bodybuilding spectrum to where you lose attractiveness to the majority of people. So don't make that strange assumption. It's a very brainwashed mindset from the fitness world. You're going to interfere with your pussy getting ability. Like if you decide that you need tren and to be 7% body fat because you think that that's aesthetic, don't get upset when the amount of pussy you get gets cut in half. It's going to start going down at that point. How would you train around the elbow pain? Hey, Rob, I don't know what's causing your pain. Cut out all the movements that's causing it. Do really high rep band press downs for blood flow. If their goals were strictly get as strong as possible, how differently would they look? Diet would be different. We probably wouldn't train biceps. I think that the more people prefer the standard type look with extra muscle, not too lean, but much more appealing. Yeah, exactly. Hey, William, I have muscle dysmorphia. So do you want me to quote what people tell me who know me? Or do you want me to give my personal opinion as someone with body dysmorphia? I have body dysmorphia, so I look like I'm about 140 pounds with a belly. Until I see pictures later and I go, I don't actually look like that. That's not even me. So, but in person, I usually have people who say that I look like a Greek god. That's a line I've heard from multiple women. I've been told that I have a really impressive aesthetic physique. But I've literally had a friend of mine, a woman who is not fat or ugly or anything like that, say that I look like a Greek god, quote unquote. So I don't know, where does that place me? Do you think it's just a real freaks who are unattractive or anyone who bought? No, once your body fat gets too low, once you get the synthol delts, I'm sorry, it was test delts at that point. Once you're pinning your shoulders or you get down to 8% body fat, you're going down real fast. Hey, coach, yesterday I benched 450 with elbow wraps at 191 body weight. Yeah, elbow wraps don't count though. I'm not saying it's not impressive, but the elbow wraps, I don't count it. Who's your longest running client? I mean, technically in theory, Louis, but he's MIA again on me. I haven't heard a message from him in 2 weeks, and he's a week late paying me. But that happens a lot. So following that would be Justin. I've had Justin over 5.5 years. Is a very common thing, muscle or body dysmorphia, large majority have it to some extent. Remember that stuff with Vitruvian physique? I was more jacked than him back then. I just wasn't as lean as him. William says I'm just like Hercules, right? Yeah, I mean, I'm 220 pounds, so, Yeah, the giant delts. The giant delts usually ruins it. And people don't get that. So people see that, and I'll give you a perfect example. Let's discuss what the bodybuilding world and fitness world sees versus the average person. I literally have heard people describe CBUM as aesthetic. Objectively speaking, CBUM is not even remotely aesthetic, and his physique is hideous by traditional standards. Hideous. Like literally, you show the average attractive woman CBUM at contest time, and they will say, that's gross. I wouldn't fuck that. Okay. There's the real world. You come to the fitness cult, the bodybuilding cult, and they go, he's incredibly aesthetic, but he's not. You see what that means? So you guys understand the difference? To the average person, he is disgusting and unattractive. And that's not a knock at him. I'm just telling you that's what classic physique now bodybuilding standards require you to look hideous to most people. Not just bad, but hideous. So understand that difference. Yeah, and a lot of it's he's too shredded. He has way too much oil in his shoulders. And it's not a knock, because from a bodybuilding perspective, competitive perspective, he's phenomenal. But that doesn't mean that people like it outside of the bodybuilding cult. Yeah, the only the physiques that are looking remotely aesthetic right now in pro bodybuilding would be men's physique in the off season. At contest time, they've technically lost their appeal, because they're a little too lean. So you take the guys, the IFBB guys who are winning men's physique, you put about 10 pounds of fat on them. Now that's money right there. That's now a physique that would sell to the average person as extremely sexy and aesthetic. Okay, so that would be an example. Client Nick is still on, yes. All right, guys, we're 31 minutes in. I got to go get my training done. So what's your thoughts on only training the ascension part? That's a good way to gain less muscle, do more work, and to be weaker. So you just increase the amount of work and set up threefold for less muscle growth. Congratulations. All right, guys, we're out of here. Catch you next time.